Hello, so this is me again, Madam Splendor of Splendor Beauty Palace and Events. So, in my former post on my page on Facebook, I told us we are going to be discussing some tests that we do in the lab as a medical laboratory scientist. And of course, we know that a med lab scientist is a trained personnel. Please take note of that word trained. Is a trained, well-trained personnel who works in hospital labs, hospital laboratories, and some other laboratories like research laboratories. It can be laboratories in the schools, that's the universities that offer training for medical lab science. So these trained personnel, they work, for example, in the hospital. What we do is we analyze samples. It could be blood, it could be urine sample, it could be CSF, which is a cerebrospinal fluid, it could be physics, which is a poo-poo. Let me use that word so that I understand what I'm saying. So at times we can request for your poo-poo. Now these things are being analyzed in order to be able to get good results as pertaining maybe what is happening to somebody in a particular health condition. And at the end of the day, when the result is being produced, then these results will aid the doctors in diagnosis and treatment. So today we are going to be looking at what we call urinalysis. Urinalysis. Now, when you go to the hospital, most time you'll be asked to do those simple tests, but it carries a lot of information. The test is simple, but it carries a lot of information. So you'll be asked to do the test known as urinalysis. Now, apart from the hospitals, these tests can also be done in laboratories that are certified. Laboratories that are certified, I mean good laboratories, not where we have quacks. Laboratories where you have medical lab scientists operating there. So you can walk into any medical laboratory, certified medical laboratory, and request for this urinalysis to be done. Now, when you get to the lab, whether it's a certified laboratory outside the hospital or maybe the hospital lab, you'll be given there's a small container that they will give you. Then with that container, they will ask you to go and get a urine sample. Of course, we know that urine is a waste product from the body. So we pass it out effortlessly without stress. And the amount of urine a person produces is determined upon some factors. It could be maybe due to your water intake. Water intake can affect the amount of urine produced. Then weather also, like the weather we are now, where we know that we're in rainy season. It rains almost every day. So you see that in this weather, even if you don't really drink much water, you will still pass out urine. You still pass out enough urine. Why? Because the weather is cold. The body is absorbing, water from the environment. So you pass out urine. So urine is a waste product from the body. Now, when you bring this urine to the lab, it will be analyzed by the medical laboratory scientist. So simply put, urinalysis is analysis of urine. Now, when we are analyzing urine, there are so many things that we look out for. Now, in that urinalysis, it can tell us a lot about the kidney. It tells a lot about your general health. Some of the analytes that are found in that urinalysis, we have glucose, we have protein, we have ketone, we have nitrites, we have some other analytes. Now, at the end of this test, whatever we see will now give us an idea. It will give us a clue on how well the body is faring. So I want to also use this opportunity to encourage us, as many of us who have not been going for medical checkup, please do well to go to the hospitals, go to certified medical laboratories for such tests. It will go a long way to helping you know the state of your body. Then my next class, I'm going to be discussing on the significance of those analytes that we find out when we carry out urinalysis on a patient. So I'm going to be talking, and when we see glucose, what does it mean? When we see protein, what does it signify? So, of course, Oyibo people will say a stitch in time, it saves 9. So try as much as possible to go for checkup, regular medical checkup. Make sure you do this urinalysis from time to time also, so that you'll be abreast with how well your body is faring. So I'm going to leave us at this point. So like I told us, the next class will be on the significance of those things we see when we do urinalysis. What do they mean? So until our next class, it's me, Madam Splendor of Splendor Beauty Palace and Events. Please continue to share out these contents so that your family, friends, you don't know who will watch it. It could be a family member who just watch it and say, okay, let me go and even do this analysis and even know how my body is. So it will go a long way to helping others so that they will also learn even as you also are learning. So see you in our next class. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.